Tonight, Chihiro still hustling till the end, Rin smiles at you. Like that. And Ryamu rules the dead. Intro. Welcome. Many people have moved on, but do you know Idolmaster Cinderella Girls' Starlight Stage still continues to exist? There were some that even think, as long as Idolmaster continues to exist, it will continue forever. For 10 shining, shimmering, splendid years, it has stood the test of time. Many of its contemporaries are nowhere to be seen now, and some even thought it will see the end of its younger sisters. Shiny Colors' Song for Prism and Million Live Theater Days. However, as of their 10th anniversary, the 3rd of September 2025, the year of our Lord, it's effectively on life support. No more new events, no more new cards, no more new anything. Nothing. Iada. Na. Owarida. It's over. Let's see what Chihiro's ma has to say. Insert text.
今日のログインボーナスはこちらです。明日はこちらがもらえますよ。
As expected of Chihiro's ma, no more nothing from here on out, and yet, she's still asking for your money. Yes, please give your money to Chihiro's ma. Buy jewels. Buy packs. Make Cinderella's great again. As of writing, they didn't really mention when the servers will be shut down. Who knows? If Chihiro's ma is happy with all the funding the producers pool together, the server might last for another 10 years, right? Right. Desuyo ne. So what exactly is this Chihiro's ma's ultimo adios update for Deresure? Well, let's have a look. So, the main thing about the update should be the supposed final gacha. And the final event, right? Let's have a look. The final 3 cards in the gacha is circling back to Deresure's main trio. Shimamura Uzuki, Shibuya Rin, and Honda Mio. Now, we do believe that the circling back is important here because the 3 starter Pokémons you can choose are also Shimamura Uzuki, Shibuya Rin, and Honda Mio. Not to bore you with the lore, but these 3 aren't even the pioneers of the Cinderella project. However, it's important to note that the anime was centered around the trio, and that includes the main story, Kamyu. Kamyu is communication shorthand for in-game context, but may also refer to comics available in-game. By the way, this main trio thing is always present in most Idolmaster titles we're aware of. Another tangent is that the Cinderella girls have spin-off comics like After 20 and U149. In this house, we're still waiting for Idolmaster After 20 to be animated and release its own mobile game. Sniff, sniff, sniff. We can't have that copium running out on us. Anyway, the Cinderella Girls project uses symbolisms from the modern Cinderella take, the Disney one, the one sanitized for the advertisers. This includes the clock, the glass slippers, and the bowl, etc. So how is this related? Well, apart from game mechanics, the main trio's experience as they do concerts, lives in this culture, is likened to Cinderella's ball, where she meets the prince. Normal girls like Shimamu, Shiburin, and Mio, ordinary girls blessed with the opportunity likened to the dress, slipper, and the tiara, experience the glory and honor of performing on stage in front of a massive live audience, and how its completion is likened to the clock striking 12, where the magic disappears thereafter. It's also implied that they're hitting on their producer, but professionals like Suwo-sun and Takepi know how to navigate the raging hormones of these idolatrous idols. And to some degree, this is true. You'll know if you at least experienced a live performance. Theater, concerts, musicals, and even stand-ups. The performer on the stage is like Cinderella. The performance is the grand ball's dance. Then when it's over, the clock strikes 12. Magic fades into memory, back to mediocrity. From what we gather, this is the magic they are supposed to embody. Shimamu, Shiburin, and Mio as new generations. By the way, Triad Primus is superior and is the true main trio of Season 2, which brings us back to this final featured gacha. Starters have digivolved to their ultimate form story-wise. New generations have reached the peak of their career, and in the player's view, their job here is done. Probably. However, what's most important is the motif in their awakened forms. First, let's look at Rin. Wait, stop it, Rin. Why are you smiling at me like that? Some say it's a reference to the original card. Let's have a look. No, not really. But, we know this smile. Thanks, Pija. You'll see that the clock doesn't have hands. Why? It's because Rin turned it into a sword. Why? Don't know. Will Rin finally have a solo SSR in Grubble? Be imported to GBF versus? Cinderella Girls RPG? Don't know. Can't tell. Definitely nothing to do with the perpetual end of the Cinderella Girls, right? Right. Rai too. Next we have the fan favorite. The fire element Usuki Shimamura, Passion. Let's look at her. She pulls another R, the running, the stairs, the title that literally reads Catch Me Anytime, and more importantly, the tiara taken off. Shimamu is literally saying that's a wrap. I'm removing the props and getting off this lamp post. Can't wait to go home and study. Like when Cinderella escaped from the prince. Kids, don't climb your local lamp posts. Idols are trained professionals. Yes, this is entertainment, but the hazards are real. Whatever you do, please, don't try this at home. And saving the worst for last, Mio, the one that ruined Season 2. We have nothing to say. Nana nana, nana nana. Hey hey hey. Goodbye. There you have it, folks. That's the final gacha that Chihiro-sama will leave us with in this game. No more time limits, no more princesses, and no more bloody bruised feet from glass footwear. The Cinderellas are unleashed. No more magic, no more glitter, just back to mundane and mediocre. Now, for the last event's card rewards. There's also another card for Usuki you can get from the event. Look at Usuki, she finally made it. In the story, that is, you don't know what to feel here. Imagine you're the one taking the picture. Imagine this context of the Cinderella's magic fading. It just hurts, but you can't show it. Not when Uzuki is doing her usual clueless dumb smile at you with that dumb V sign no one knows why everyone spams. So you take that picture. Then what? That's when the awakened card comes in. The Cinderella Girls act closes. Uzuki passes by you on their way backstage, still wearing that never-ending dumb smile you can't fault. As she passes by, behind her is the glittering stage, but also the mundane things holding the magic up. And here is where you realize, that's it. It will all fade into memory soon. Let that sink in. Another card for this final event is Ryamu's. Now, this is where we can say that maybe there is still some copium left. Maybe how the Idolmaster All-Stars found a new home in Million Live, in ML Theater days. And in case you don't know, in Shiny Colors Song for Prism, although only a few of them. Maybe, just maybe, the magic will continue somehow, some way, somewhere. You'll probably think, why is that? Well, lore-wise, Ryamu is supposed to be new and upcoming. This is supposed to be her wanting to be part of the magic. Then as you awaken the card, you're presented with Ryamu, admiring the stage from the same perspective as the staff, as she sets off to the limelight. Putting that into our perspective, as producers in game and players of the game itself, the ambiguities that Chihiro-sama used in the content reduction notice doesn't make sense. What do they mean significant structure changes? It doesn't reconcile any absolution or resolution for the remaining player base, which divides them into despair of end of service and hope of relaunching Deresure or a new Cinderella Girls game. Seeing the image of Ryamu entering the limelight instead of leaving it like Uzuki did, just gives the remaining players, and maybe even the bystanders who left the Cinderellas for greener pastures, some hope that there will still be Deresure to be played or returned to in the future. Now, the big question. Who killed Idolmaster Cinderella Girl's Starlight Stage? There are some speculation that it was Ryamu Yumeme's rise was to blame. We all know Ryamu is somewhat deranged and mentally unstable, but we love her anyway, right? She pandered enough to the crowd that she at least managed to sort of revitalize the Cinderellas back to mainstream, if we recall. She even did that stream recently. That's her, right? Probably. What about Uma Musume? There are some talks about how a certain person moved from one place to another and things fell apart, about how Uma Musume should have been the third coming of the Cinderella girls. But who knows? It's all about the he said, she said bullshit. Let's look at the landscape. Grubble is still technically a living fossil. The Blue Archives look like they surpassed the Azulanes for that kind of game, but is in fierce competition with the Nikkeis. Whatever happened to the love lives? Don't understand how FGO still exists. And of course, the Umas, the Gen charts, and the Star Rails competition is worst it's ever been. Is Deresure really that bad now in comparison to them? The models, the songs, the stage performance, the overall presentation during lives. In-game comics, maybe it's not pandering enough to its main demographic. What is Deresure's main demographic anyways? Finally, there's also this talk about Saige and Bamgo, who worked on Deresure. Some say that because Deresure is old and busted, and profit is split between them, one or both of them want to split due to it no longer profitable enough to maintain this partnership of sorts. There's just so many questions. Miss the days when spending stamina is a daily occurrence, and just enjoying the idols sing and dance, and look cute and cool is the greatest thing. But then again, 10 years is a long time. Lots of money has been made. Lots of blood, sweat, and tears has been ranked. Lots device-breaking gachas has been dispensed. Life happens even if you want to stay with your ashi. It's practically impossible. The worst thing about this, in our opinion, is that Takagaki Kaede, the canon one true top idol in the entire Idolmaster universe, the best girl, the only true rainbow-skilled, gaming dance cool cute idol that transcended the Starlight Stage, Song for Prism, and Theater Days wasn't powerful enough to keep this great old hag of a game to last forever. And on that terrible disappointment, it's time to end the show. Good night.